On this segment of What's Happening Waupaca, we are talking to Jane Legault. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We see you at least once a year.
More like twice.
And we have been talking about Spring Extravaganza here for the last couple of years, and we get to talk about that again. So I'm pretty excited because you do some of the neatest things in the spring as far as you do the Spring Extravaganza classes. And I want to talk about this first. Okay. So tell me when it is and tell me how it works.
It's April 9th. And on that one day, you have a choice of 23 classes this year, and you can take up to 4 classes on that one day alone at Fox Valley Tech in Waupaca for about $25.
And the classes aren't all at the same time either.
Right.
So I can make this an all-day thing.
Yes.
I can do one at 8 and one at 9 and 10, 11, 1, 3. I mean, they go throughout the entire day.
Yes.
So I can do all kinds of things that interest me. And I'm just going to say, I was reading through the pamphlet, and one of the things is it's like how to be a super pollinator, which is to bring plants into your landscaping that attract butterflies and bees.
Yes.
So it would teach us a little bit about why we want to do that, and then teach us how to do it with indigenous plants that are easy to care for.
Right,
So,
exactly.
Okay. But that isn't, you don't have any bees here today.
No bees. It's a good thing. I guess I'm sort of allergic, so.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a bad thing then to have you stung. So let's start talking about some of this.
Okay.
I want to talk about your felting.
Okay.
Because we had these last year, and these are just the most amazing little pieces of artwork. Here's a bag that I'm going to hold up for everybody.
Yep.
So tell us what this is.
Okay. Needle felting is the process of taking raw wool or processed wool, but it's all done with wool mostly. And there's a kind of dangerous needle that you use, and you poke the needle into the background of the wool and embellish it with other things, as this is a raw wool, this is right from a fleece, and then some of these have been dyed. And in the class that Jane Carney teaches during Spring Extravaganza, you will make something about this size. She will have a number of different things, but you can make these, and these are pins that you can wear, really attractive pins. And then you can get the techniques to go on to things that are large like this. This is a handbag.
That you can work on at home later.
Sure. Right, and this is embellished with other beads and other exciting things that you can use. And you can use other things other than wool, sometimes also to embellish the items.
Next, I want to talk about the glass.
Okay.
This is something else that comes back every year, and every year I say I really should take a class in this, and I haven't yet, so you can give me a bad time. But you have these glass classes,
yes,
and you added something to it this year.
Yes.
This is just an amazing dry erase board.
Right, and it's made with fused glass, and fused glass is a process where you take pieces of glass and you put them on top of each other, and then Mary Beisner, who is our instructor, she takes these back to her studio and puts them in the kiln, and then they're all fused together. So it's pieces of glass stacked on top of each other.
And it's actually a piece of glass here.
Yes.
And then you do the fusing on top, and
Right.
there's a little dry erase pen that you have with it.
Yep.
I think I may have this upside down. This may mean to be this way.
Okay.
But what an absolutely fun thing
Yes.
to be able to, especially with kids.
Right.
I could see kids having a great time with this because they don't have to handle the kiln.
Right.
And then you could have something that was not only useful and decorative,
Yes.
but unique to the kids too.
And that's the nice thing about our event, is that it is family friendly, and kids can take these classes. There are different age limits on pretty much all of the different classes, so you can read through it and find out what. Now those are wonderful stakes for your garden. Again, fused glass, and you make this tile and then it's attached to the frame.
So you know, I could come in there, there's a mom with some kids and flowers and whatever.
Yep.
But I could come in there and I could put names of my kids and have them fused on there, right?
Yes, probably if you fused it on, then you would want to write the name on, because each one of these little pieces is fused. So,
right. So I couldn't create I could create a name though with all the little fused
yes,
pieces.
you could create names. Yes, by putting them in a way where they would look like
that's
letters.
Big, that's big enough to put Buster.
Yep.
See, one of
there
my
you
kids.
Go.
Okay, there you go. All right. So anybody who knows me knows my kids. Okay, so then let's talk about, because I'm saving the best for last.
Okay.
Let's talk about, you've got some plant classes going on. This is bonsai.
Yes.
I said that correctly. And then you have some planters, so you're going to teach us how to put together planters.
This is the miniature garden class, and there's an additional fee. Many of these things have additional fee, and in that class you get the saucer and the soil, and then you get to choose the plants that you want, and also they'll talk about designing. And actually this year it was Deb Willis who was doing the class, but it's Shelley Christie who's actually doing the class this year.
How cool. Just terrific, terrific. So we have glass,
and this one is
wool,
container gardening.
And we have gardening, and then we have Ukrainian eggs.
Yes.
And these are, I like the bowl, actually.
Yes.
Come on over here and tell us. I'm going to tip this up, because these eggs, without spilling the eggs, because these are real. These are real
raw
eggs.
Yes.
So
the process of Pasanki eggs or Ukrainian eggs is almost the same process as batiking. So you start with the raw egg, which is white, and you use a little jaunting tool, a Pasanki tool, and you draw your design on with wax, whatever you want to keep white. Okay, then you put it in the next color. In this case, the next color was blue, and then you use the little tool, which is a tool that you put hot, not paraffin, but beeswax in. And then you design, and you're following kind of a scheme. It's done geometrically.
So does she freehand all of these, or are these designs that you kind of put on?
No, you start with putting the main thing on here. It is kind of geometrical. You can kind of see that there is a cross on this side, and then what's on this side is also on this side.
Okay.
You reproduce it. But no, it's not drawn on. Mostly just what's drawn on is the line around the egg both ways.
Gotcha.
That's it. And
Because
then the
these are
jaunting
beautiful.
tool takes care of the...
And I don't want to, I shake a little bit, and I don't want to, there is actually no yolk left in here.
Right. She's probably
So
taken it out.
Yeah, these
but
are all
these
empty
are these
shells.
are done after. That process is done after you're all done with all of this.
It would have to be, because these are too fragile. So, Jane, we just have Spring Extravaganza. What date again?
April 9th.
Some absolutely 20 classes that we get to choose from.
Yes, I think more like 22 or 23.
Cool. And so we all have to sign up.
Right.
The Fox Valley Tech is super easy to find, and it's just a great day for everybody. You can get the whole family
Lots of
there.
gardening related classes. These are just the make and take, but we have lots of lecture demo classes, identifying birds. We have what you see in the night sky,
Cool.
all sorts of things.
And we actually are going to take a little short break, and we are going to come back with Doug, who is going to, he does small engine tune-ups and repairs, and he does a class there. So we're going to touch a little bit on the other side of this, where we're going to talk to somebody about how to take care of our small engines.
And those are classes at Spring Extravaganza, and he does one on bike maintenance as well. So
super. So that is there too. So thank you, Jane.
you're welcome.
We'll see you again.
Oh, hopefully we'll see you at Spring Extravaganza.